Welcome back, everybody, to episode 20 of Unemployed to Hall of Fame. Now, the first question you're probably asking is, why am I on the Barnet squad? Well, we've had some interesting developments over the last few days, and those interesting developments are we are now manager of Barnet. Okay, so before everyone goes absolutely mad, I'll give you some backstory into this. So we were approached for an interview with Barnet, as you can see. They wanted to make a bid. They couldn't afford to pay our compensation. So I had an opportunity, and I think this is new in FM24, to approach the board and try and negotiate a lower compensation fee, which I did. And I said to the board, look, I want to go and talk to Barnet. They said no. And what it gave me an option to do is ask for a reason to stay. And to be fair to Alaman, I was going to give them a reason to stay. I said, okay, let me have my coaching badges and I'll stay. They said no. So I said, okay, well, if you're not going to give me my coaching badges, then I'll leave for free. You won't get any compensation at all. You can't even negotiate down, resign. They said it's a risk they were prepared to take. I called their bluff, and this was the result. So after an emergency meeting, I tendered my resignation from Isle of Man. I was interviewed for the Barnet role, and we have taken the Barnet role all the way up in the Vanarama National League. So it was with an absolute heavy heart. Not something I necessarily wanted to do, but a part of me was saying, do you know what? This is an unemployed Hall of Fame save. No matter how attached I was to the Isle of Man, it's not a non-league to Premier League save. We have to get our reputation up. We need to make our ways up the league. So we have jumped over to Barnet, and this is where we are now. They're quite low down in the league, as you can see here. They're 18th, hence why their manager was sacked. And you know what? I'm going to take you through everything we've got going on here. So here we go. We took charge of Barnet. We've taken that move. We've flown across to, I think Barnet is in London. I might be absolutely wrong. Let me have a look here very quickly. It's London. So we have flown over. We've moved all of our stuff. We've gone over to London to start our new career path. So eyebrows were raised, apparently. Even though we have lifted the division title and we've been promoted, we were relatively unknown, weren't we? Ryan Lowe was the favourite, apparently, but we have taken it. And we come with a respectable career stats. We've had 68% win percentage, 26% loss out of 128 games that we have played. No cup wins. That's absolutely fine. So we've got a few things going on here. Some playing time pieces. I've not really looked at anything. One thing I have looked at is we've got an absolute gem of a regen. Like, probably the best regen I have seen at this level since I've been playing FM. And he's wanted by a host of clubs. So the chance of us keeping him is slim. He's got no minimum fee release. And he is under contract for a couple more years. So I'll show you him slightly. So we've had like I said, I've done no staff intake. I'll do all of this when we pause through. I want to give you a little bit of a background about the club we are now taking forward. And then we'll play our first game at Ibsfleet, just to give us all a sort of feel about what this club's about. And then when I take it offline, I'll do a deep dive into staffing and all that jazz. But apparently we've got some good youth coming up here. Here's our breakdown of what our fans want. So they just want us to finish above Bournemouth, get the better of our rivals Wealdstone if we play them, and remain in the Vanarama National. That's all they want. They just don't want us to get relegated. Strive on and off. Massive compared to Isle of Man. More season ticket holders. So we have clearly just made a big jump. The board do want a mid-table finish. We have got a minus £5,000 cash transfer budget, and we got about 4,000 new wage budget. But we're happy with mid-table. We'll see if we could do something here. We are going to look at the tactics shortly, and I'll take the set piece offline, because that is literally, I don't do anything special. I just do what the AI sort of set up. So what I'm going to do here is we'll do a quick rundown of the club we have joined. Their kits are in the game. I've not had to mess around with that. I might do what we spoke about in the sense of I might do new kits for them if we get a new sponsorship. I don't know. I haven't decided. I don't know. I find that quite fun, but we'll see. But here we go. This is how we're looking. Like I said, huge jump. We are now on £1,100 a week. Huge jump in wages. And again, just a bit of respect. They really wanted me. And I thought, you know what? Isle of Man won't even send me on my coaching badges. The stadium looks very nice. Built in 2009, Barnet FC there, 6,500. So again, we're taking a huge step up in terms of the stadium we're at. This is a bit of a concern. We've got minus 700,000 in the bank, which is why they couldn't afford to pay my fee to get me to go. And then in terms of training facilities, very good training facilities and youth facilities, and fairly basic on the youth front, but we don't mind. It's again, it's an improvement. So they have got a bit of history. 3 Vanarama National League wins, a Conference League win, and a Southern Cup win. So yeah, I think this is going to be interesting. It's going to be a complete different. We've joined in December. We've joined when the season's already been played. We've got a lot of things that we need to work out. Tactics, who our best players are. Our squad looks very thin. But this is who I want to show you. And just take a while to appreciate this guy. 18 years old. This has got to be, okay, forget the fact he's 5'4". This has got to be one of the best regens I've ever seen at this level. And I mean, he's wanted by Burton Watford. The chance of us keeping him are slim. He has got a slight response because he wants to leave. We are going to try and keep hold of him for as long as possible. Apparently, he's only worth between 2.5 and 240. I want about $500,000 for this kid, and even that would be cheap. He just looks absolutely phenomenal. Like this is crazy stats for this level. So Devonte Jackson-Davis, that is someone we're going to keep an eye on for our team here. Like I said, I've done nothing with my staffing. I've just joined, as you can see. I've got all of this popping up. Our squad is extremely small, which is something that worries me. Again, at this level, it's a lot of games to be played. We need to sort of address that, but with no money, it's going to be hard. It's going to be a difficult little run here. So the board vision, work within wage budget, we're doing that, and grow the reputation. I believe we can do that. Develop the club's if they youth system. I mean, if we've got players like Devonte coming through, no, not a problem at all. We will do that. We will do that. So we've also now moved to a club that's professional. So we've got training schedules we can implement. We're a bit more reputationally known in the nation, I guess, in the world, whatever we want to put it as. What have we got here? So yeah, this is where we've got our stadium. It was rebuilt in 2013 for some reason. I don't know why. We've got very good pitch condition, good corporate, good train. We've got a lot of potential here, and we can hopefully win some leagues. It won't happen this season, I don't believe. We are, like I said, 18th in the league. Quite a fair way off playoffs. We'll do what we can. We'll do the absolute best we can. But yeah, this is going to be a tough move, and as long as we don't get relegated, I think we'll be okay. So here we go. We're going to create our first tactic for Barnet, and frustratingly, it looks, apart from the part of the bus, it looks very similar players that we can do with Isle of Man. So we are going to go wing play. Like I said, we're not doing fluid counter-attacks. We're not doing direct counter-attacks. We are going to try and play positive football at this football club, because that's how we know how. Again, they're going to recommend this formation. It seems to be the sort of standard stuff we're doing in FM this year. It seems to be the same sort of thing. So again, what we will do when we build our club is I'll do a lot of this in possession stuff, player roles. But this gives us a chance now. Just have a look. And again, I haven't met my assistant or anything yet. We're going to see who the best players are for the club. So going through it, Cameron Payne. Yeah, fair enough. He doesn't look too bad, 24 years old. It's going to take a while for me as well just to get adjusted to the stat increase. There is going to be a stat increase compared to Isle of Man. So everything's going to look good to me because I'm used to Isle of Man stats. They might actually be trash compared to other players in our league. But, I mean, if he's okay, do you know what? I just got You would have, if you've been watching my early stuff, you've just seen I got massively excited for an absolute unjustified reason, and that is the fact that this guy is 6'6" with 20 jump in reach. That is insane. He's got poor heading, but where I was saying I was disappointed in this, he's our starting centre back for that reason alone. We will see what we could do with Jack Turner. He rings a bell. Why do I know him? I think he's been around a bit in real life. Yeah, he has. So, sorry, he's been at Stuttgart, started his career at MK Dons. So we've got those there. Luke Robinson. Okay, this isn't too bad a team. I think we can work with this. Okay, that's the same Gamble guy there. What worries me is this formation. They're saying Devontae Jackson is third string because he's not an anchor. They're saying, okay, we'll mess around. We'll mess around with it anyway. Zach Brunt, centre midfield. He's okay. Apologies if I'm clicking through quite quickly. I'm just doing a quick overview of the players just to see what we've got, whether we can get promoted with these players. Our wingers, I mean, that's weak. Even coming from Isle of Man, that's weak. That's probably about the same sort of level. Who's Val? Yeah, so wingers we're going to have to do a bit of work on because in my opinion, these aren't good enough for Vanarama National. We might see if we can get some loans in actually. And then striker-wise, we got Angle. Again, he looks okay. He looks quite well-rounded actually. I'm being a bit harsh there. He's actually on loan from Sutton United to us, and then then our backups are pretty poor. Okay, so we have got some work to do. That's absolutely fine. I don't mind that. What we will do is we will, like I said, I'll do all of this offline. We'll take a look at our staffing, or I'll take a look at our staffing. Sorry, to see what it's all about. I'm not going to take you through all this. We've got a lot of positions we need to fill in. Probably some positions we can get rid of to help with wages and such. Because as I said, finances are low. One thing that is important, and we all get caught up on finances, and so we should. This isn't our job to improve this. Remember, this is the board. The board's job is to make sure a club's profitable. As long as we're staying within our wage budget and we're not spending beyond our means, that's our responsibility. This is their responsibility. So I'd like to see it more, obviously for transfer spends and stuff like that, but not our worry. Not our worry. Okay, so here we are. We are back after setting up tactics, after looking at our potential best team, and we are playing Ebbsfleet at home in our first ever game in the Vanarama National and our very first game as manager of Barnet. So what I will do first is let's have a look at Ebbsfleet in the Vanarama National. Gary McCann as the manager. Club founded in 1946. Somehow the stadium was built in 1905, but it looks okay, doesn't it? It's not as good as ours. They're in a bit of debt as well, but massive amount of history for Ebbsfleet. Poor facilities. Fine. They are currently sitting in 23rd, expected to finish 17th. So quite a nice one for our first game. This is the tactic we're going to be going for. It's still a wing play, but I've moved things around, looking at how the players sit. The best role for Jackson Davis, and this is all around Jackson Davis really, is a regista, which basically a more attacking deep line playmaker, more aggressive deep line playmaker. So he will be sort of roaming around, and I didn't want to leave him here, just leaving this position. So I've changed it up. I've got ball winning midfielder with Gamble to support him, which will hopefully cover here and gives Jackson Davis more freedom to support these front through four. So our team is going to be Cameron Payne in goal, Alfie Prescott, Jack Turner and Danny Collinge as centre backs, Luke Robinson as left back, Gamble and Jackson Davis in defensive midfield, with Carnu, Brunt, Davis as the forward three midfielders, and Angle is up top on his own. And here we go. This is going to be completely new. I know nothing about this team. We're trying a new tactic based on what we've seen. And it's quite imperative that we get going, we get started well, because our team isn't big, we're struggling in the league, and we just need to get some confidence in the club. I'm pretty excited though, so let's go. Barnet and Ebb against Ebbsfleet United. Tail of the tape for this one, we have drawn 1, lost 4. Obviously not us, whoever was manager before, but shocking from them. And do you know what? It's not too bad. They're slightly in form than us. They've got another draw instead of a loss. So two really poor performing clubs going head to head for this one. And like I said, I'm just really excited to see how this team plays. They're going to be low morale. That's one thing we've got to remember. Their form is absolutely shocking. So we've got to give. I'm going to try and give the boys a bit of slack. They got a new manager. They don't know how I play, but I'm quietly confident, especially with that Jackson Davis. That is a perfect start. Do you know that is a perfect start? And that, I know we're playing Ipswich, so I've got to also keep that in my mind. They're in shocking form, but this is really important. And it was just a nice little start for us. Jackson Davis into Brunt, ball back, and what finish from Davis, who's our left winger. It's going to take a while as well to learn the players, remember what position they're in. But this is all good. This is all good. This is very positive, and unlucky from Canoe. So what I'm doing in terms of tactics, so similar to Isle of Man, we've got one overlap on the left-hand side, not on the side that's supporting, because I don't want them bombing too far forward. We are playing for set pieces because I want to make use of that Turner's height and his jumping reach. But apart from that, I said don't mess around too much. Jackson Davis, what a ball. We're going to lose Jackson Davis, I know it, but I'm going to make the most of him while he's here. Ball back in, angle! 2-0. And they do you know what? They're just excited that they've got a new manager with a bit about him, because that's what we're about. We've come in here and go, we don't mess around. We're strict. You don't play piss poor at this club. You play football, and that is what we're showing the Barnet fans. All those Barnet fans are like, why the hell are we getting this nobody to come manage the club? This is us going, what do you mean nobody? Oh, we got an injury. I was off on a tangent. An ego boost potentially. I'm a bit gutted by this one because Carnu, with that physical, I thought he looked pretty handy. I know everything else is pretty awful. We're going to bring on Cameron Hargreaves, who's definitely more of a defensive midfielder, but he's playing well. So Devontae can play attacking, so I don't really want to change this round. Do you know what? Just carry on. Just carry on as you are there. That's a bit frustrating having to lose Carnu so early, but. And I said Hargreaves does look like look at this. Ladies and gents, this is perfect for us. Our formation's working. We're controlling possession. We're dominating XG. And look at the passes. We're just, I'm very happy. Very happy, guys. Keep that up. Keep that up. Let's go and get another. Make me happy. Turner! And that's the exact reason why I want to keep Turner around. Like you all know, I do like a big, powerful, high jumping centre back, and we're playing all right. I'm quietly optimistic. Do you know what? And I'm not going to hide anything. I'm gutted that we've left Isle of Man, but at the end of the day, like I said, it was about progression. They wouldn't let us have our coaching badges. That's one key information loss. Barnet, when I interviewed them and they said, "Is there anything you want to consider?" I said, "I want my coaching badges," and they accepted it. So that was another reason. They're prepared to put us through our coaching badges. They just seem to want us more than Isle of Man did, and it is a career progression. Turner! Unlucky, son. So yeah, it's all about progression. That's what we're doing. It's painful, but at the end of the day, that was unlucky. If you were sat in a job and you wanted to go on training, the company wouldn't send you on training, then another company came in and said, you know what, we're going to pay you £700 more a week and we'll put you on this expensive train, you would take it. And that's what we're doing. That's what we've got to remember. It's all about progression. And we've gone up to the Vanarama National. That's a huge jump. So anyway, I'm getting distracted because they're starting to get a bit of a turn on at the moment, but not now. Angles pick the ball up. 50-50, fuck it. Jackson Davis bursting down there. Beautiful cutback. And it's in. And Angles made it 3-0 in our opening game. And we are going to make a couple of changes now. We're going to take off Jackson Davis. We're going to give him a bit of a break. They wanted me to give him a week's rest, the physio, and I said, no way. We are not playing our first game without seeing what this kid can do. He is our captain as well. Just a way, I appointed him captain as a way to try and keep him, which I don't think work. Let's be honest, but we'll give it a go. Why not? You come as deep line now, so this is where it's going to work best. And what we are going to do is just move you across, and we haven't really got another. What's your best position actually? Poacher. Yeah, okay. You can go be a poacher. We haven't really got another player who can come on and do it in that attack midfield, so we're just going to mix it up slightly, and we're going to put 2 strikers on now. The game should be won. It's 3-0. And put a bit more pressure on them. They've now got 2 strikers to contend with. Davis, beautiful ball in, and it's 4-0. It's 4-0. Are we about to turn Barnet into the best team in the league? Potentially. Because I thought, after this, we were going to end this episode going, there's a lot of work to do here. Based on this performance, no, we just need to get a bit more faith in their abilities to them. A bit of a confidence boost. Sort out how we play football. We know how we like to play football. They get a consolation, it's fine. They're not going to. Yeah, that's all we need to do. And I'm very happy for an opening game to get off to we've only been at the club for 4 days, remember, as well. We've had 4 days to meet everyone, put some stuff in place, and yeah, this is absolutely perfect. And it's nice I'm completely calm. What ball up there? Cambeba out to Prescott. Beautiful ball in. Davis. He's been trouble for them all game. Out on that left-hand side, he's got his 2nd goal of the game, and we have absolutely smashed them. And another thing to remember, we're now in London. So I know we've got, in terms of youth, you're going to be competing with all the huge London clubs. So coming into the youth system, we might not get absolute wonders, but 1 or 2 will creep in, and London will also be an attractive city for players. So if we want to sign people, it's going to boost that. But that is emphatic, isn't it? That is an absolute drilling. From our new stadium, the Hive, we've gone from the Bowl to the Hive. Yeah, delighted with that one, everyone. Delighted. So what does that do to the league? That puts us from 18th all the way up to 14th. I think mid-table here is going to be 12th-ish. So we're going to have to do a bit more work. I'm confident we can finish there. But yeah, that's a huge win. That's a huge win. That'll be very good for our confidence. There you go. So the form is affecting it, but everything else is all right. Do you mean that's not too bad? I like to say I've got a very good feeling about this. We're gonna have to deal with this guy. Bloody Burnley's jumped in there. Where are they? The Premier League. Okay, we're gonna have to think of something here. We're gonna lose him, but what we've got to decide is whether we. What I normally do in this situation is say if I accept, okay, I'll let you go if we get a certain amount. I don't want to lose Devontae, so our strategy is: do we piss him off and have to deal with possibly disrupting? I don't know, because you all know morale's huge. I'm completely torn on this one, but I want to build the club around him because yeah, that is just phenomenal for me. Anyway, I digress. We're going to finish up there because there's a lot to do at this club. There's so much to do. I've got to look at staffing. I've got to look at training schedules now that we're a professional full-time club. I need to look at some backup options. I need to expand that squad through loan-ins. Like I said, we have got a little bit of wage budget, but we've got no transfer funds. So there's so much to do. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Like I said, a bit of a strange start to episode 20, seeing us leave our beloved Isle of Man. Fans are turning out okay. I mean, our same sort of Iron Man attendances, never mind. We'll build that up though. We'll get that 6,500. But anyway, this has been episode 20 of Unemployed to Hall of Fame. Thanks everyone for your patience as always. Like I said, it's not uploading as regularly. But we are now on a new journey. We're moving up. We're climbing that ladder. We're now at Barnet. We'll be back here for episode 21, where hopefully I've done quite a few resounding changes. And I've got a lot to update you on. But until next time, take it easy. See you soon.